Christoph Faulhaber is one of those international artists that have advanced the debates on art and public space by carrying out surprising and unusual actions. The digital space has, in recent years, slowly and imperceptibly developed into better public space. Whether as a beggar in a Burberry suit, as the initiator of a reception camp for former Guantanamo prisoners, as a director of a musical performance at the Rote Flora Hamburg, and hopefully soon as a museum director in one of the chic side streets in the first district of Crypto Voxels. Faulhaber always tests the boundaries between private and public space and pleads for individual space of action. He became known internationally with his fictional character, Mr. Security, which was devoted to the surveillance of surveillance. And in this way, I want to invite you all to be curious to see how Christoph Faulhaber shares his artistic perspectives and enthusiasm today with us within this newly created AI and art community. So Christoph, the stage is yours.
Hello, everybody. I hope the audio system is working. If not, okay, great, thank you. So, yes, hello and welcome. Welcome, everybody. That's a great moment. To be honest, a little bit nervous and excited to have finally the chance to welcome you all here at this moment, and I'm going to share my screen and just giving a short welcome and yes, mainly from the perspective of myself, and introducing some partners and introducing the timetable, and then handing over to some exciting speakers and contributors today. So let me just share the screen with you. Okay, so thank you very much. Yes, I hope for all of us that you and we will get the most out of this exciting 3 days. Workshops, talks, input, and maybe really inspiring examples, thoughts, and moments. So what is the SAI Factory? The super artistic AI Factory is a place where, simply put, artists and AI engineers come together and offer to both communities to talk and learn from each other, to exchange knowledge, ideas, thoughts, practical considerations, and develop solutions. Unlike other hackathons, it's less about competition and more about the opportunity to network. We hope to reach out to as many interested people as possible and bring in experts in the game from different fields. So, SAI Factory is more than a hackathon. I would say it's an ecosystem. And over the past weeks and months, and yes, years, many individuals, funders, partners, institutions, experts, and finally, more than, if I'm right, more than 400 participants have come together. And so from the initial idea of AI as a total work of art, a complex and multifaceted ecosystem has emerged, spreading across the continents. And the idea for the SAI Factory emerged in 2019 during a research trip on AI in India. And while doing that, I had the impression that the atmosphere of a hackathon, where hundreds of people are sitting in one room, sweating and working, that this real physical atmosphere is juxtaposed with the hard to access digital processes. And by playing out, organizing a hackathon, there's a transfer between code and community and code. So the idea was to bring artists and AI engineers together with this real world trick. of a hackathon. And originally planned for 2020, last year, the hackathon had to be postponed, and due to Corona, I had 1 year time to search and find more partners, more sponsors, more exciting co-producers, and to think of the hackathon as a decentralized hybrid event. Sorry. So why art and AI? At the beginning, there was the concept of AI as a total work of art. And under the title AI Opera, here used as a popular yet simplifying term for different scientific fields such as big data, machine learning, deep learning, neural networks, robotics, etc. AI used everywhere where human communication and cognition take place in the realm of symbolic representation, like visual computing, NLP, natural language processing, motion analysis, image generation. These areas, and that was what caught my interest, that all these areas of AI, that they are coinciding with the domains of art, like language, poetry, and music, and visual arts, dance, and performing arts. Therefore, if AI could be conceived as a mighty art machine of such magnitude, we should devote ourselves to this subject with appropriate ambition, vision, and energy. So once again, we're coming back to our principles in this project. So the interaction between humans and AI. So like all of this are more or less like performance aspects. So performance between humans and AI, or the interoperability between the artistic spheres and the spheres in AI technology of text, music, image, and movement. And what I would like to coin as a live experience. So something that is happening, that is developing, that is emerging, that is creating in the moment that it is happening. So a moment in which AI creates something new. And so the goals here are, first, work together, talk together, try to do the challenge of exploring new artistic ways and develop new artistic projects. Have the courage and take the chance to look into the engine, under the hood, into the black box of neural networks, GANs, CANs, deep convolutional networks, and stick your fingers in a multi-layered neural network. And thus develop an understanding of the technology as a basis for further handling, consideration, and evaluation of AI. So what is the difference between humans and machines? On a cab ride through Bangalore, my fellow driver told me that if he were asked what AI is, he would answer the following. What's the difference between humans and animals? Intelligence. And what's the difference between humans and machines? Artificial intelligence. So, transferring that to our context, what is the difference between humans and animals? One could answer art. And what kind of sense does it make to answer what is the difference between humans and machines? Artificial art. Immanuel Kant coined the concept of the disinterested pleasure when it comes to viewing and judging art. But his critique of the power of judgment, with his critique, Kant proposes a puzzling account of the experience of the beautiful, that aesthetic judgments are both subjective and speak with a universal voice. And another thought comes from Marshall McLuhan, art as radar. Art as radar acts as an early alarm system as it were, enabling us to discover social and psychic targets in lots of time to prepare to cope with them. This is from the introduction to the second edition of Understanding Media. Art has something to do not only with aesthetics, but also with ethics. And just like ethics, art is an original invention of man. The creation of artifacts and works of art, of symbolic representation and its use, namely to transport knowledge and to communicate with each other. These are the foundations of our human culture. On the one hand, neural networks can produce artifacts according to certain rules, which can be evaluated under formal aesthetics aspects. On the other hand, they do not unfold any meaning on their own. This meaning and the classification under the value of an artwork can only take place in the cooperation between human and machine. And so that's where we go with the SAI Factory. And sorry. Who's who? So, SAI Factory, this project would not have been possible with the support of a lot of contributors. So it has really been doing such a big success in getting together people that want to share their expertise in this project. So let me thank you very shortly and to some people. I would like to thank Mohammed El Husseini, who responded enthusiastically to my first request for cooperation at the beginning of March and has since been involved with his team and his university KAUST in Dubai. So thank you, Mohammed. Secondly, I would like to thank Kampnagel in Hamburg, with whose support the foundation for the project was laid last year, resulting in the basic funding for this project. And then I also would like to thank the first fellows in that project that kept guiding me or helping me and giving me support on the last 1.5–2 years. So that's Chana Prasad and the Goethe Institute in Bangalore and Florian Doman. They were the first supporters, and thank you. So the list of partners is much longer, as you can see. And now I'm coming to more a practical aspect, the logistics of the SAI Factory and what you are going to experience in the next days, weeks, and nearly 1.5 months. So here we are today. It's the timetable dates. So we're having the symposium and kickoff and workshop event right now between 6th and 8th of August. Then you still have time to build your teams, to look for teammates and so on. And there's a hybrid event of hackathons on certain local hubs. If you're interested in one local hub, please refer to our DevPost site or ask one of the people who's responsible for the organization. So you're welcome to share this requests. And we are also having, and that's important, interim presentations. So teams that have their project ideas ready should share their ideas on August 21st. And then we have the final submission on September 14th. We're looking forward to our symposium and workshops right now. We have exciting contributions from Ahmed El Gamal, professor at the Department of Computer Science at Rutgers University. Mark Schipper and Manu Sher Shamsrizi, they are doing another talk today following Ahmed El Gamal. We have Luba Elliott, AI art curator, and that's for today. Tomorrow, we're going to have Mohammed El Husseini, assistant professor of computer science at KAUST, Barry Rees, and lead data scientist at Capgemini, Arish Al-Babil, director of the AI Center at Al-Azhar University, Peter Kabel, professor for interaction design in Hamburg, Werner Bogula from the Artificial Intelligence Center in Hamburg, Tristan Behrens, also known as the AI guru, so look out for him on Sunday. And last but not least, Sean Blacksfeld from Dara Network. So these names and their faces you will see in the upcoming days. We also have a panel on Sunday, which is something very, very new to our organization. We'll have another really extraordinary, impressive line up of people and heads that are joining us here. Please join us on Sunday for the concluding panel. And sorry, last one is the social and networking activities. We have, after each day of symposium and workshops, a space at GatherTown where you are free to join and to network and socialize with any other participants. So the link to GatherTown is on the DevPost Symposium side. We also have a social wall, so please use the following hashtags if you want to post something about this event or the upcoming events. And yes, another new development is that we are going to have a virtual branch on CryptoVoxels connecting to the NFT space starting on August 20th, so that a lot of projects will have a chance to go on the virtual space of the metaverse CryptoVoxels as well. So that's today from my side. So I'm really thankful for being able now to hand over the microphone to Mohammed El-Gamal, yes, Mohammed, and later on Ahmed El-Gamal. So Mohammed, I hope I'm going to stop my screen sharing. Mohammed, I hope you're ready. So yeah, welcome, Mohammed.
First, thank you, Christoph, for this nice introduction and nice walkthrough to all the exciting activities we have through this symposium. I have to say that I'm also excited about this cause, and then the hope at the end is to bring more artists and AI researchers and engineers to get together and learn more about this interdisciplinary field. I think one of the exciting things that actually inspired me that relates to that is an AI artist. Her name is called Sugwin Chung. And she's very popular about her interactions with big robots. So she used to do this very nice artworks, and she have a very giant robot that collaborate with her to do some very interesting stuff. And that shows an example where robots can collaborate with us and be further assistance for us to accelerate the rate of producing creative products like art. And one of the things that also I found exciting is that this aspects of creative design is impacting us everywhere. So extending from art to fashion, we need all the time creative design, to car designs, to, for example, interior designs. We always look for new creation, and if we use AI to hopefully accelerate and help us more, that will be an exciting thing to do. With that, I'm also, I have to say that I'm also nervous. I share this kind of feeling with you, Christoph, and I hope that the event, the event will provide lots of hands-on tutorial that hopefully can provide value for our audience and help all of us learn more in this exciting domain.